Cuba. The name conjures images of classic cars, faded pastels, and the ghost of Hemingway. It's an island seemingly frozen in time, thick with salt, cigars, and defiance. Cuba is a complex, beautiful, and sometimes heartbreaking puzzle. The allure is undeniable, a siren's call for the curious traveler. Havana's streets are a living museum, stories etched into crumbling facades. To understand Cuba, you have to get a little lost and see beauty in imperfection. The story is just beginning. Welcome to the real Cuba. In Cuba, the most important rules aren't written down. They're lived and breathed. Connection is everything. Who you know is your lifeline. This network, built on trust and favors, keeps the island running. A simple buenos dias can open doors. Politeness is a social lubricant. When something breaks, you fix it with ingenuity. Resolver is a way of life. The social fabric is woven with shared experience and solidarity. Everyone is in this together. Community is their greatest wealth. There's an intensity and joy in every conversation. This is the Cuban way. Welcome to the dance. Let's talk about money, or the lack of it. Imagine building a life on $500 a month. In Cuba, it's a life lived on a razor's edge. This isn't about thriving, it's about surviving. Every peso is accounted for, every purchase a calculation. For the average Cuban earning a state salary, even $500 is a distant dream. So, how do they do it? They hustle. La lucha, the struggle, is a daily reality. Everyone has a side gig. The doctor might drive a taxi. The teacher might sell pastries. This parallel economy is the island's secret engine. Living on a budget reshapes your concept of value. A new pair of shoes is a major investment. A night out is a rare luxury. People find joy in simple things. A walk at sunset, a game of dominoes. It's a powerful lesson in what it truly means to be rich. It's not about what you have in your pocket, but about the people you have in your life. Tourists come to Cuba with a checklist. Ride in a classic car, smoke a cigar, drink a mojito. They capture the perfect Instagram shot, but often miss the story behind the facade. That beautiful, crumbling building isn't a movie set, it's a home. The vibrant colors can't hide the cracks in the foundation. The tourist sees romance. The local sees decay. The classic cars are a nostalgic novelty for visitors, but a lifeline for owners. Keeping them running is a testament to Cuban ingenuity. There's a performance aspect to the tourist experience. Sometimes it's genuine, other times it's part of the hustle. People do what they need to survive. The challenge for travelers is to look past the performance and seek genuine interactions. This disconnect is clear in conversations. Tourists want to talk politics, but for many Cubans, these are not abstract topics. This is their life, their family history. To truly connect, you have to meet them where they are. Talk about family, music, baseball. Talk about the things that unite us as human beings. This is the real Cuba. The one that invites you to see beyond the postcard. The one that stays with you long after you've left. You cannot talk about Cuba without talking about music. It's the island's heartbeat, pouring out of open doorways and crackling radios. The rhythms are a complex fusion of African, Spanish, and Caribbean influences. Music is more than entertainment. It's a form of communication. In a society where open dissent can be risky, music becomes a vehicle for social commentary. The lyrics can carry hidden meanings, subtle critiques, or expressions of longing. When people gather to dance, they're releasing tension and celebrating life. The sound of the rumba is the sound of resilience. The beat of the conga drums speaks of community and shared struggle. To watch a rumba is to witness a conversation between drummers, dancers, and singers. It's raw, powerful, and deeply spiritual. This musical spirit infuses every aspect of daily life. The rhythm dictates the way people walk, talk, and approach their day. There's a certain grace, even in the face of hardship. The music teaches a valuable lesson. There's always a reason to dance. It's this unwavering spirit that is perhaps the most enduring aspect of the Cuban character. It's a melody of hope that never fades. This is the soul of Cuba. The one that invites you to listen. The one that stays with you long after you've left. How do you find the real Cuba? The first step is to slow down. Ditch the rigid itinerary. The best experiences are the ones you don't plan for. They happen when you wander down a side street or accept an invitation for coffee. The real Cuba reveals itself in quiet, unscripted moments. Eat where the locals eat. Find a paladar that's just a few tables in someone's living room. Or find the window where a woman is selling cajitas. This is the food that fuels the nation. It's not glamorous, but it's honest. Learn a little Spanish. Just making an effort to say por favor and gracias makes a world of difference. It breaks down the barrier between tourist and person. Be curious about people. Ask questions about their lives, families, and dreams. See them as individuals, not as representatives of a political system. Listen more than you talk. Everyone has a story to tell. This is the real souvenir you should be looking for. A shared moment of human connection. In the end, why do we travel to places that are complicated and challenging? For the connection. To be reminded that despite our differences, we are all fundamentally the same. We all want love, a better future for our children, and a little bit of joy. Travel, when done right, reveals our shared humanity. You may come to Cuba for the cars and cigars, but you leave with memories of faces. The face of the old man who showed you how to light a cigar. The face of the woman who sold you mangoes. The face of the child who kicked a soccer ball with you. These are the moments that matter. They remind you that the world is a tapestry of human stories. This is why we tell these stories, to encourage you to see your own world differently, to be more curious and empathetic. The greatest adventures are not always in faraway lands. They're in the decision to engage with the world around you. That is the true spirit of travel. So, if you believe in the power of shared stories, join the conversation. There are so many more stories to tell. The more we understand each other, the smaller the world gets. The journey is everything. Let's keep going.